Hey everybody, in this video I just wanted to run through a quick example that I think is going to be helpful for you as you prepare to finish up this unit. So this is an example of arithmetic with polynomials. And if you want to just maybe put this in your notes after 1.04, that would be beautiful. Polynomials. So this is a common type of problem you might see. And our example that we're going to do together is if, and please write this in your notes, if g is equal to 3m minus 5m squared plus 10, and h is equal to negative 3m, oh, no, negative 3 minus m squared, we want to find negative h plus 4g in standard form. So there's kind of a lot to piece together here. So we know that g is equal to 3m minus 5m squared plus 10. And h is equal to negative 3 minus m squared. And they tell us we want to find negative h plus 4g. So our goal is to use both h and g together. We want to find negative h plus 4g. Now, I know what h is, right? I know that h is negative 3 minus m squared. And I know what g is. I know that g is 3m minus 5m squared plus 10. So I can use the substitution property and substitute in our polynomials for h and g where we see h and g in this expression. I like to give my polynomials homes to go into. So where I see h and where I see g in this expression originally, I'm going to create a set of parentheses. So we have negative, and then I'm going to do a set of parentheses for h plus 4, and then I see g, so I'm going to do a set of parentheses for g. Now, I just am going to fill in what I know. H is negative 3 minus m squared. So negative 3 minus m squared. And I know I was using yellow, but I want to show up, so I'm going to switch to orange now. G is 3m minus 5m squared plus 10. So this expression here is negative, in parentheses, negative 3 minus m squared plus 4 times 3m minus 5m squared plus 10. Now we can simplify this a little bit more. So I like to work from left to right here, especially because there's nothing really like being squared or anything like that that comes first. So I notice we have this negative 1 in front of our first binomial. So I'm going to take this negative 1 and I'm going to distribute it to negative 3 and to negative m squared. So when I distribute, I multiply. We have negative 1 times negative 3, which is positive 3. And then I have negative 1. And now you have a choice. We can make this plus negative m squared, or I can just leave the minus sign alone for now and multiply negative 1 times m squared, which is negative m squared. But since I didn't put the negative sign with m squared, I am going to drop it down. So I have positive 3 minus negative m squared, and then I have this plus 4, but that plus 4 is being multiplied to another polynomial. So we can distribute that, but first I'm just going to kind of bring it down so I have a new line to work in. So we have plus 4 times 3m minus 5m squared plus 10. All right, I'm going to distribute this 4 to 3m, to negative 5m squared, and to 10. So we have 4 times 3m, which gives us 12m. I have 4 times, I'm gonna make this negative 5m squared. So negative 5m squared gives me negative 20m squared. And notice since I attached the negative with the 5, I don't really need this to turn into a positive. I don't really need to worry about bringing down any negatives. So this is just 12m minus 20m squared. And then I'm going to multiply 4 times 10, which is 40. And it's positive. We still have this plus 3, which really I don't need the positive sign in front. It's just 3. 3 minus negative m squared. And this 12m is positive, so I'm going to put a plus sign in between the m squared, or the negative m squared, and the 12m. Now notice we have this minus a negative. Anytime you're subtracting a negative, that just becomes a positive. So now this is 3 plus m squared plus 12m minus 20m squared plus 40. And now I can just combine all my like terms. So I notice first I have this 3, and I can combine 3 and 40 together. 3 plus 40, hopefully we all agree, is 43. And that is the constant. I know that the constants go at the end of my polynomial. So 43 is my last term. And then working backwards, after the constant, I should have this m term, which has nothing to combine with. So I'm just going to drop down the 12m, which is positive. And lastly, I see the m squared terms. I see, what color do I want to use? I guess yellow. I see the m squared and the negative 20m squared. So combining those together to see how many we have total, m squared plus negative 20m squared. Really, this is like 1 plus negative 20, which is negative 19m squared. So we have negative 19m squared plus 12m plus 43. And this is in standard form because the decimals go in order from small, why do I keep saying that? From largest to smallest. Please let me know what questions you have on this example.